the story is long, but I'm gonna try my best to share just a little and try to inspire you with my story.
One thing I'm really passionate about as a dancer, teacher, and choreographer is how dance is a language and can connect us anywhere in the world, regardless of the language that we speak. I have a special place in my heart for Mexico. I'm actually possibly moving back, but I lived in Mexico for 2 years.
I think what I most resonated with was, or that left me thinking, was his use of the dancers, and that he said that he would go in the studio and maybe not have anything like set in his mind of what he was going to do. And of course, I think, well, he can do that because he has so much experience and so many years doing choreography.
Yeah, well, I found very interesting the part where he says like how like when he stands up and starts like dancing and says like, well, you can speak while just doing this, these steps or these ballet moves. And he says like, I think what he's trying to say, or what I understood, is like you reach to a point where you know the technique so well that, and I think he says that even like you get to a point where you like doing that is just like talking, right? So you can do something else.
I was thinking about what is Mexican, and because this is the last time we can talk about this. The things that I came up with is on my list. Some we've discussed. It's folkloric dancing, which is really flamenco. Really, it's from the flamenco Spanish influence. That's when it came to Mexico, and then they just took the easy stuff and turned it into folk dancing. Because the dancing before the conquest would probably be quite different. Although most country dancing is almost kind of the same everywhere. But so it's also joy. There's a certain joy in Mexico that's not experienced anywhere else. It's also novella, the drama, the constant drama. Like, so if you're going to do a Mexican thing and you don't have any drama, it can't be Mexican. Like I'm going to send these out to you. I think if we just use these as a rule, we want to make a Mexican style. You got to include all, you need flour, yeast, salt, everything. These are the ingredients. If you don't put them in, it's not going to be edible. It has always mystical forces, listening to the other side. All the spirits and demons and Katrina de Muertos and everything. It's a living. I've had otherworldly experiences in Mexico, and they're all there. All the ghosts and everything. It exists in the culture, and the people who are really still attached to the blood and the soil of Mexico know it and experience it, and it's a part of life. We don't have that here. We're watching the Dow Jones Industrial Average. It's a very Protestant materialism. None of that hokey pokey stuff. That's all evil. all the struggles and all the battles in Mexico and Mexican culture are never external. They're always internal. Mexicans only kill Mexicans. They never attack any countries or start any wars with anybody. They defend their home and then they kill each other. You know, it's a different kind, you know, it's a different, but it's a part of the culture. It's there and it should be dealt with. So it's like it's a constant revolution, kind of. And also the most important thing in every Mexican that I know, every one of them, is family, is their home and the sacredness of the home. You know, this has been a really good experience for me. So thank you for that.
Yes, thank you, Brian. Well, first about the Mexican style or the Mexican, I mean, I agree with you, and but I really like your list, and also that part of that Mexicans only kill Mexicans. It hits hard because it's real.
But you know, we go and kill other people. We do all our killing overseas.
Yeah.
We go to the Middle East and bomb the shit out and kill thousands of their people. You know, it's just weird.
Yeah, but and it's true, but we don't. We like our minds and our politics are not to make war with anybody, but here is war, you know,
Yeah.
and yeah, like that's so. I know that, but I like now until now that you say it, it's like, oh my God, that's such a big part of us. And I think that also has to do with this idea of death and life that is like so present. Like it has to do with it. I don't know exactly how or why, but it must be in something there that has been in our minds and in our psyche all this time. Yeah. So, and I also keep thinking a lot about that since we put this subject in this course. And no, I also want to thank you, Brian, because in a way, I have been scared to take seriously choreography for ever. But this is like having all these videos and conversations with you and seeing that you question us and encourage us and everything. Like, I don't know, I'm like, well, take that, you know, and stop doubting so much and just do it, even if it's not good right now. It will get better.
No, so I just wanted to also thank you before we leave for receiving me. Yeah,
And
I
this
was
is
just
what I
eager
call
to
your
learn,
dance DNA, and it will
I
tell me a
really
lot about
learned
who you are.
from the videos. And yeah, just to thank you for being open with me, since I was not, I mean, I didn't come from this traditional ballet background, and you were kind of like just looking for how to help me, etc. So I really appreciate that. Thank you. And also it was really nice meeting you, Paulina. So thank you both.
Thank you, Alejandro. I don't know. It like really meeting you. It has come in an important time in my life of a lot of questionings and a lot of doubts and everything. But knowing, I don't know, to have opened this door with you and to just go for it and just try is, I don't know, something very, very nice. And I really appreciate it. And I thank you.
That's all, folks.